Yes, the unravelling of one of the most decorated club sides in world rugby continues to dominate the headlines after the full release of the salary cap investigation.
For me, it is an astonishing episode of mismanagement from Saracens. And the report doesn't say it was an accident, didn't mean to do it. It says they didn't check and they were reckless. So it's not necessarily deliberate cheating, but to call it an accident, I find disingenuous as well.
One team who will not be crying over what's happened to Saracens are Exeter. They're now the team to beat. They're the first team to get a crack at it on Saturday afternoon with Sale.
John O'Ross leads out a strong-looking Sale Sharks outfit. Townsend chipped it out, intercepted by McGuigan, who's going to have a stroll in for a third Sharks try. It is a famous away win at Sandy Park.
Even though I'm really pleased with first half, second half, the character that was shown away from home, arguably the hardest place to come. So yeah, delighted with the football.
Our season has been very positive so far, and sometimes, you know, a loss will happen and it's the thing that resets you and gets everyone back to the hard work and focusing on the day-to-day stuff, and that's probably what we need.
I thought the real story was that Sale were excellent.
Well, playing his 150th game for Bath with his son Elijah. Out comes Samisa Okandunguni. Burns out wide, home up little, twist and goal, scored at Quebec.
Freddie Burns' pass for that try to Homer was just an absolute perler. It was a beauty. Wanging it out there.
Wanging it. Thanks for bringing that word in and back into the vernacular.
Centre stage here at the Gardens.
It's always illegal, and then you've made contact with his face. Under the framework, there is no other option.
Looks like a latch play, but he throws it's only an 8-metre pass, and then a slide on the outside Simmons. Really intelligent play.
Taylor, charged down, it's fallen for Baraki! There it is!
Oh, it was amazing, and these are the moments that I'll remember in my career, you know.
Now, Bristol, who'd started the season pretty well at one point, they're top of the table.
They were, yeah.
They'd lost their last four. They're up against Gloucester on Saturday afternoon.
O'Connor gets it away, and Purdy stretching and scoring. Rodero again, the gap's opening, puts his foot down and scores.
When Bristol get it right, they are fabulous. I love that Morahan try down the right. Those decoy plays that they run, largely off Callum Sheedy for a good few months, they actually work.
Of course, now that the Saracens are relegated, is how would the other sides who might have been involved in the relegation equation play? Would they play with more freedom? Well, I think we got the answer to that with Worcester against Wasp.
Missing out Paul from and Lawrence has picked it up superbly. What a score! Kipperige's after it. The offload to Robson, and Robson gets the score.
It's always tough being injured, but it makes moments like today even more special. Being out there with the boys and securing that win was the best feeling.
Despite the self-inflicted chaos at Saracens, Harlequins will know the players lining opposite against them today are not going to throw in the towel because they're made of stern stuff and they're a proud lot, even though their fate has been sealed.
Hoisted to Dombrant at the back, and here goes Kerr, and Dombrant's riding side saddle on his shoulder. Back to Kerr, majestic. Oh, that's given away. And Landaco, who's barely had time to say hola, scores a try. At the end of a week that Mark McCall called the toughest of the season so far, this will be tough to swallow.
It was such a big game for us. We picked it up sort of in the week. We said Saracens are a brilliant outfit. They've won many trophies. When they get on top of teams, that they like to stay on top. So we said we've got to start fast and nullify their threats.
So Saracens now have an R to their name, which will be making the likes of Leicester feel a lot more relaxed about life. And the competition to make all those benchmarks, top 6, top 4 and top 2, looks set to be seriously intense. All that remains for us to say is...
They're clamping down on our sandwich expenses, apparently.
Oh yeah, are doing that. They might be doing that. But anyway, from us here at the Stoop, a very soggy Stoop, au revoir.
Bye.
Storm Kiara passed through a week ago. Now it's the turn of Dennis to wreak mischief wherever he can. With rain and an accelerating wind expected.
It's a stormy old day. The rain is sweeping in left to right.
Dennis promises to be a menace for the next 80 minutes.
Now Storm's Dennis has made playing rugby quite a challenge this weekend. In fact, he's convinced it's also going to have an impact on his pundits. It is some reason why.
It's a wind, because I'm wide. A big target, I catch the wind like a sail. I'm not like you, you've got the shoulders like a snake. You skip through it, I don't.
Precious human being anyway. Gloucester and Exeter met at Kingsholm on Friday night.
Under Kingsholm illuminations, ahead of what we're told will be a stormy weekend. It's already been raining here quite heavily. The return of the Premiership. It'll be Vermeulen who gives it a go and scores. The Chiefs strengthening their grip at the top of the Gallagher Premiership. In the rain at Kingsholm, it's finished Gloucester 15, Exeter 26.
16 points, right? And I don't know if you know this stat, another one for you, you're welcome. Only Charlie Hodgson has now scored more Premiership points than your good self, Gareth Steenson.
That does make me feel old, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Priestland wanted to go that side, this time they're over. It's a third try for the forwards. Into lovely hands, great line of running from Lewis, gets it out wide to David. David goes for the corner, David over to score on his debut in the Premiership. It would have had the legs, but it falls just wide of the post. Agony for Chris Pennell.
We didn't put the required effort in. We addressed it at half-time, and credit to the lads, they came out in the second half and they fought for everything.
Well, these are the sort of conditions you find on a wretched day at the Open Golf Championship. To Barrett, Vunipola onto Good, the offload to Taylor, and Taylor to Shengen. Relegation, that may be unavoidable, but going down with a fight is a non-negotiable. Saracens have won emphatically at Allianz Park.
Yeah, we had a bad day at the office, I think. We've got a great set of lads. We were in a learning curve and we got beaten by a better side today.
No fewer than 16 Premiership titles between these two, but they're in different places right now. For Kibarigi! Oh dear! Oh dear, oh dear! Toulouse Bayanu streaking his way inside the 22. He will hold off the challenge all the way. Bit of a dog of a game, but Tigers won't care. They've got the win.
Zach Kibarigi, who's been one of the best finishers in the league this season, and at the moment just fabulous finisher. He should have slid in.
Quinn's coming out then, probably an appropriate turn of phrase, as the club have taken an admirable lead in becoming the first professional club in English rugby to put on a pride game in an effort to reach out to the LGBTQ+ community and warmly remind them that sport is for all, rugby's for all. Getting the drive on here, London Irish. They're driving towards the fourth try and the bonus point.
Yeah, it's really important for us, given our position in the league, to pick up the points wherever we can, and obviously to get the bonus point just at the end there is a real bonus, isn't it?
Northampton's fans have the highest of hopes for their team this season, and with good reason. A bonus point win here today against Bristol, who of course can be a proper handful, and the Saints will go level on points with Exeter.
Wide they go for Mallinger! What a return to Premiership Rugby! Here's Purdy setting up for the try line and scurrying forwards, finishing well. Sensational turnaround, and they're heading into the top four.
Although it might look a bit chaotic to you guys in the crowd, you know, everyone's on the same page, and you know, we will make wrong calls at times, but you know, we're all on the same page, and we know we keep the ball, they can't score.
So basically, he hasn't got a clue what he's talking about, which is
exactly. I'm old school.
Yeah. But the Saints have conceded a little ground this weekend to the Chiefs, who now have a 4-point cushion at the top of the table. But below those two, it's nip and tuck with a sizable handful of teams angling for a top 4 finish, with only 4 points separating Sale in 3rd and London Irish down in 8th. I'm not sure it's ever going to stop raising an eyebrow when you see the defending champion Saracens on minus 72 at the bottom of the table. Look forward to seeing you there. Bye for now. Hello everyone, and thank you for taking the giant leap of faith and joining myself and everybody's favourite quite woolly mammoth, David Flatman, alongside me here as we take a Viennese waltz around the Gallagher Premiership grounds.
Viennese waltz.
What's wrong with that?
You're like Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen. Fluid retention and worse hair.
This is building up to be a very, very special season for Sale.
That will have been the shortest team talk in Leicester Tigers history, and the world's grumpiest captain. Just about perfect, Coley.
It's been a long road back. At times he wondered if he'd ever play again. This is one of those special nights for Marlon Yard, a Premiership hat-trick. a record Premiership thumping against Leicester.
You announced your retirement. Like, you're smashing. Your stats are amazing. David Flatman is calling for you to have one more year.
I've just seen how much money Dimes offers.
Rob Webber 100% at the line out in those conditions. Outstanding set-piece work.
Lee Blackett is the new man in charge at Wasps. McIntyre's going to go all the way. Tommy Taylor, Kivarigi out in the corner, and Wasps will score their third. Kivarigi dancing back inside, Kivarigi away. Mamanga takes it round the outside, dives under the post for another scintillating score.
Lee, could that have gone any better?
Not really.
All Premiership Rugby fans, when they saw that result coming in on Friday night, went, what? So,
yeah,
what did happen at the recount on Friday?
Saracens got absolutely battered.
Go left-hand side, little offload, Thorley! London Irish, Hassel Collins, can he get his fourth? Oh, incredible stuff for the young man!
Just a bit of running, a bit of handing off. But yeah, I'm ecstatic. I don't think I've ever scored 4 tries in a game.
Welcome back, everyone, to Bath, a city that's been focusing on well-being since the ancient Romans started dropping their towels in various thermal hotspots around here. But there'll be no towel dropping today, David.
No, not from us.
Ibitoye flings it back inside to Marcus Smith. That's a brilliant pass. They had support, but Smith will go himself. Lovely little show of the shoulder, and he glides over under the posts. Free slip to McConaughey, taking it at full tilt, and McConaughey will go over for his second of the afternoon.
It's the first time Bath team's won 3 in a bout in 6 years. We're just looking to the next week rather than looking too far ahead, and that's the effort the boys have put in is outstanding.
Top stat.
Randall goes quickly, he's got so much pace. Here's Pieter. Retake the lead. Callum Sheedy. Thoughtless from the tee.
There was power struggle in the Gallagher Premiership with the top 2. Exeter Northampton meeting at Sandy Park.
Full of interested onlookers here today. Good
Taking nutrition well.
Enjoying the local produce. Witten brings in Hendrickson. Huge hole. Hendrickson for the line. He will hold off Ludlam. And he will score the bonus point. Here's Armand. Throws the dummy. Delays the pass. And O'Flaherty will slither through.
It's a real pasting, so we'll take our medicine, and there's no surprises there. You know, what happened in the end, we talked about can happen if you get it wrong.
So at the halfway point of the Gallagher Premiership season, frontrunners Exeter have extended their lead over Sale, who are now their closest challengers. Bristol, and despite that humbling defeat, Northampton hang on to their top 4 status. But Bath and London Irish are both in striking distance. I can say from us both that we can't wait for the second half of the season.
Can't wait.
Flats has been a beacon of calm in these stormy waters. You're like the Dalai Lama of rugby, wise and beautiful, so thank you.
And be togaed.
He's not, doesn't wear a toga.
Of course he does.
Doesn't wear a toga.
Of course he does.
The image of you in a toga is not a good way to start this
No.
show, so let's move on, everybody. We're going to start at Kingsholm.
Yeah, we know how congested it is in the table. A couple of wins can see you shooting up towards and into the playoff positions. And simultaneously, a couple of defeats can really hurt you. Trouble here for the home side. The race is on, and the race is going to be won by Luke James. Sale have done it. A 4th win in 5 in the league, and the Sharks march onwards and upwards.
We've got to stay focused and carry on improving. I keep saying if this team can improve and be better than we were yesterday, then tomorrow we'll be a better team. So we just got to continue doing that and hopefully continue knocking off these wins.
And look at this from Dolman, charging through. Oh! Lefsiki! And Heron goes to the right. Cheeks push hard. And it's a penalty try. It's a 4th try for Quins. It's a bonus point win. It's an extraordinary finish. And it is the rarest of rare.
And a penalty try in the scrum against Chiefs was about as far away a penalty try as I've ever seen in a set scrum. So I think it was a series of really, really horrible decisions by a really good ref.
And Maliner's got Dingwall inside. What a start this is for Northampton. And coming straight through the middle. Bit of space there. Out to Shegan. Shegan skipping through the tackles. champions have shown their more familiar selves here at Northampton. This was more like the Saracens that conquered not just the Premiership, but also Europe.
Defence isn't there. The Rotimi Shagun try at the end for Sarries. He's a wonderful finisher, really, really powerful, promising young player, but he made contact with too many Saints players to have scored that easily. He should have been knocked off sooner. The defence isn't where it needs to be in order for Northampton to profit from their wonderful attack. It just isn't.
Jordan Murphy can celebrate another home win. The Tigers have edged it, and they got just 1 point behind, in fact, the Worcester Warriors in the table, as the Warriors do pick up a losing bonus here. The final score from Welford Road, Tigers 14, Worcester 8.
It's important to get wins, particularly at home. It wasn't a particularly attractive game as we predicted pre-match. Wind was obviously pretty strong out there and the ball was pretty greasy. Yeah, there's plenty that we can improve on, but great to get a win.
Oh, little kick there from Mead. What vision! And Watson goes in the corner. Well, the ebb and flow of this season's Gallagher Premiership has, after 3 straight league wins, seen the tide go out on London Irish. For Wasps, the post-die bounce continues.
There's been a few tough weeks. But for us, we wanted to come together as a group, and we know that the boys that are going to make the difference are the 23 that go out there.
These are ambitious clubs who are dreaming big, and this feels like a big moment in the context of the season.
And Morahan back to Vui, all arms and muscle and bustle. He's got it over the line. First time in a long time they have won at the Rec. And the rarest of rare Premiership doubles. They go 3rd tonight. It's Bristol's day.
That's one of our goals this year, to creep into the top 4, because on any given day we believe that we can take anyone. So we get into the top 4, we'll be very pleased with that. And then when it comes to playoffs, if we make it to playoffs, then we'll hopefully put our best foot forward.
I know you've got a sore neck and you've been through a bit of a hard one today, so thanks for joining us. Cheers, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Get some ice on that neck of yours.
Cheers.
He's a proper warrior, isn't he?
Big time.
So after the weekend's business, Exeter's lead at the top of the Gallagher Premiership table has been trimmed down to 5 points with their defeat at the Stoop, coupled with Sale's win at Kingsholm. Bristol are in 3rd, and Northampton are still clinging on to their top 4 status despite their dip in form, but just 3 points separate the Saints and London Irish in 8th. And the margins being so tight, even the likes of Leicester, down at 11th, won't have given up all hope of getting themselves in the mix. Okay, any complaints on your social media?
Yeah, troll me, get trolling, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a busy weekend on that one.
Slightly, yeah.
Was here on an historic day for Bristol at the Rec. It's bye for now. Actually, this is good. This
Just
is
starting to get cold.
Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's high-intensity Gallagher Premiership Rugby highlight session in the presence of everybody's favourite bipedal space hopper, and I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah, thank you. I love space hoppers.
We all love space hoppers.
Everyone does,
yeah. I said it. Anyway, let's get on with the Premiership business, and we're going to start this week with informed Sale taking on London Irish at the AJ Bell on Friday night.
Sale doing so well to keep the ball alive. De Pree beats the ball out. We see a Sale masterpiece. Right, Solomona, what a finish. Warren McGuigan waits for it, he's got it as the wing. Now can he get there? He can. London Irish have been nilled. It's the turn of the year. That is Sale's 5th league win from 6 matches.
I think they had a better bench than England at the weekend. What a bench. I mean, you bring Faf de Klerk on, world 15 player. Lode de Jager, by the way, is up there with Retallick and Itoje for the best locks on the planet. When they really kicked on in the second half, they took London Irish to a place they couldn't quite deal with.
Saints have had much the better of their recent meetings with the Warriors. They've come out on top in 16 of their last 19.
Here's Ollie Lawrence! Worcester back in the game!
Easy pickings. And Northampton finally have a win.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing this man in action, Charles Piutau, who's got phenomenal stats. He's top of the metres made, defenders beaten, carries. He's probably top of the best-looking stats.
His hair's always perfect.
Hairs is perfect.
He's just been made the Mayor of England.
Mayor of England.
He's 7'4" with 3% body fat.
Okay, we can stop there. Let's move on.
Lovely meandering running from Sam Simmons. Class score. Lovely line of running from Hendrickson. He's got support inside. Monda rides the tackle. Can he wriggle free and score? The answer's yes. 8 tries in the end from Exeter, just the 3 from Bath, so there's no consolation for them on this trip to Sandy Park.
Disappointing performance as well as result. Like, you know, we could have snuck a point at the end, but it wouldn't have taken away the fact that we performed very poorly.
A little bit comical there, almost as if he was resigned to his fate. Manny Vunipola breaks a couple of tackles, looks out wide, finds Jake Singleton. Singleton looks out, here's Lewington on the outside. Has he scored a second? Yes, he has!
Been a really good international window for us. The irony of it, really, to get 14 points in these 4 games.
Wasps actually hadn't won back-to-back Premiership games for nearly 2 years. Did you know that?
I did know that.
You didn't know that.
Of course I knew that. Did you know that in the last 6 games, Wasps have scored 25 tries? Did you know that?
Of course I knew that. And they've got 5 winning bonus points as well in those last 6 games. Yes.
Oh, well done,
Here's
you.
another stat for everybody. Gloucester were on their worst run of results since 2016 and were desperate for a shift in momentum.
That's picked up brilliantly. Off goes Jack Willis. The power to get all the way to the line. He read the play like a book. Sopawanga, what a pass that was. Marcus Watson stretching away. Lovely step from Jacob Umanga. Out of the top draw for Wasps. The very, very top draw.
Give us the secret. What's changed? What has been the difference? I'd love to know.
A 5th win in a row would leave Bristol right at the heart of this title race, but they're up against a Harlequin side who beat the league leaders Exeter last time out, have lofty ambitions of their own.
Alapati Leua setting off the captain Leua to it, and what about that for Luke Morahan? That's what Bristol are doing this season. That is magnificent rugby.
On behalf of us both, but I can say we admire the geometric perfection of your side parting there. It is absolutely amazing. It's not good as Toulouse Villanu's haircut this weekend.
Did you
the
see
Razor
that?
game.
Yeah.
What do you make of it? That's what we're really about, haircuts on this programme.
Yeah, usually I think you see it in the front row, but to see it of someone in the fullback, fair play to him.
It's an exposed position back there. That was brave. Doesn't looking at Charles Bittan make you want to have hair plugs?
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Me too.
I've been offered them. Maybe it's time.
Maybe I think maybe it is
you
time.
need them
anyway.
at the top on the back.
Hey, enough of that, please, everybody. Let's have a look at the table.
Exeter are still the team to catch, but Sale are keeping the Chiefs in striking distance with 5 points, separating the top 2. Bristol are 2 points further back, with Northampton completing the top 4. Gloucester, who on the first weekend of the new year were flying high in 3rd, have tumbled down to 9th. And Worcester and Leicester will continue to thank their lucky stars that Saracens have accounted for the relegation issue this season.
Have a great week. Look after yourselves. Wash those hands. You might as well say that as well.
With soap, and then do the thing.
And then sing the theme tune to the Channel 5 Rugby highlights, and they'll be clean from viruses. See you then. Bye for now.